forces. Number one, there is no shortcut to success. No shortcut. It's work, it's dedication, it's passion, and it's having a team that can give you all the things that you need. If you see here at the Academy, it's just not the teaching of the hitting the ball. It's the IPI, it's the movement, it's the recovery. And then you can have all of those things, but if you don't have the mental outlook to play the sport or to do anything in life, you fall short of your goals. So remember, some of you can hit a ball, fantastic. But then when our coaches look at you when you play, and how you build points, and how you react to missing a ball. Now imagine if no one missed a ball, a point would go on forever. Okay? So that when you do miss a ball, think a split second about the next point. Also, I want to bring out something else. When you play matches, forget about everything but competing. You can't be worrying about doing this and moving your feet. That should have been developed in your practice. And if you develop sound habits in your practice, they will happen when you play. So remember that. When you go out to play, you compete. Many years ago, and my coaches have heard this many times, a player came to get ready for the senior tour, and I asked him, I said, what made you a champion? Listen to his answer. He said, Nick, the split second I stepped onto the tennis court, everything in my mind went blank except to hit the last ball over the net, beyond ball. Imagine. He made up his mind that he would do whatever he had to do to hit that last ball. Now, to be able to do that, not only must you have a strong body, but you've got to be in shape. It's a proven fact that when you get tired mentally, or you get tired physically, mentally you make quick decisions and often errors in your game. Now, I was out in California for 4 days. Our lesson started at 7 in the morning. I got through at 7:30 at night with an hour for lunch. Then I went to the airport, got here at 5:30, and the son picked me up along with my manager, went home, changed, and I was on the court giving my lessons. Then, last night, they had the Olympic Committee here, Special Olympics, and representatives from 40 countries. Wheelchair things, all sorts, and I was there until 9:30 last night. Got in home in order to say hello to my 2 sons. Got into bed at 11, and I was up at 5 o'clock this morning. Can you do that? Now don't say, oh my gosh, that's not going to help you. How do I do that? First of all, I've developed a habit that I will do it. I don't think about it. I will do it. This morning I came early and I saw a few of the kids from Japan, and now it's time for you. All of you deserve time. So there's a couple of things that I think you should remember. Andre Agassi said an interesting comment. The child asked him, what's the most important point of a match? The next point. The next point. Okay? That's what's important, is the next point. Rather than moaning and groaning and, well, why did I do this? You're going to miss the next 2 or 3 points. Now this young lady here with the smile, she doesn't moan. When she misses a point, she does this, I'm ready for the next point. Is that you? It is? All right. All right, now let me tell you a little something. No matter what success I've had, it goes back to the staff that dedicated their life to the students and to our system. And also my ability to read people. Have any of you had a subject called biology? Raise your hands. Biology is when you talk about animals and cutting up the fish and all of those things. So I'm going to tell you, our teacher in high school was about his size. Stand up. You, stand up. That's how big she was, no bigger. And she would walk around the room and she'd look and she'd start asking a question. Now turn your head away, turn your head away. That's who she called on. Now turn around by me. When she called on me, you know what I did, kids? Are you ready? Never called on me. I just smiled at her. So I smiled the answer. But when people turned away, they didn't want to be called upon. So all of you children should have confidence. You gain confidence by practicing developing habits. But a strong mind can be successful in life over a more talented person. Listen to that. A strong mind can beat a lot of players that have much more talent. Now, I see a couple of people. I see that boy back there in the green, and I see that young lady over there with the stripe, blue and yep, you're chewing gum. You think I missed that? So for many years, when the kids chewed gum here, 5 miles on the track. But a few years ago in Japan, they ran a project. And they wanted to know why one of, if not the greatest basketball player, Michael Jordan, always chewed gum. And they proved that when he chewed gum, he was relaxed. And when you're relaxed, you make better decisions and you don't get as tired as quickly. So all of you, you can chew gum. You understand? I got some over here, I got it on sale. All right, everybody? Okay, let's demonstrate a few simple things about tennis. Number one, your ready position. A lot of you girls stand up like you're modeling. Take my picture, please. Doesn't work. You want to play the sport? You get down like an athlete. Why do you get down in this position? And why does our physical fitness expert, why? Did you hear that? Because you don't know which side the ball's going and you can get off to a quick start. Let's give this boy a round of applause right here. Very good, son. So the ready position is important. And the next thing that's important, before the ball crosses the net, before it crosses the net, you want to start your backswing. What you don't want to do is start your backswing when the ball bounces at your feet. Okay? How can you get better without taking another lesson? By learning how to read the ball as it crosses the net and move to that position of where the ball is going to be. Just that alone can improve. Okay? So remember, athletic position, turn, racket back. A lot of you, and the majority of people in tennis, try to get power. Watch this. All I'm going to do is accelerate the racket head just before contact with the ball. That's how you get power. You accelerate that racket head. But also, notice my follow-through. out to the target. Now, we coaches also like the utilization of the left hand. Instead of the left hand here, you get that left hand out here. You go through the ball a lot easier. Serving. Look at that elbow coming down first. Now watch this. I hit up, I pronate, the racket hit comes down first, the elbow last. On the volleys, you move the magnetic washer up. I watch the volley. This is how you volley. I watched you. Don't you move that ball. You don't want to accelerate the racket head on the ball. You want to utilize the power of the opponent and direct it. Many of you, when you volley open stance. So a lot of our coaches will do on the forehand volley, put both your hands together and watch. You have to turn. So you do two hands, volley. You do one hand and volley. That was told to me by Max Murney, one of the best doubles players ever. Been at the academy since he's been 13 years old. So what's important is turning to hit the volley. Now, for a new book, my book, called Bollettieri Changing the Game, raise your hands. What are considered two of the biggest shots in the game today? Raise your hand. The drop shot and the swinging volley. Back in 1987, they said Nick can't teach the volley. So I had 3 students here that time. I think you'll recognize the names. Selish, Courier, and Agassi. So we told him, put that hand behind the racket and swing it. And the other shot is the drop shot. The drop shot today is a huge weapon. The other day when Djokovic played Nadal, he probably hit 10 drop shots. When is a drop shot effective? If your opponent is pulled out of position or 6 or 8 feet behind the baseline and they hit a short ball, it's a drop shot. When you're rallying, if you find the opponent 8, 10 feet behind the baseline, your angles and your drop shots are very effective. Okay? Now, what we're going to do, we're going to have, Peter, you're hitting, Peter, you're not feeding. Come on, Peter. All right, we got a couple more. Come on, coaches. All right, now let's watch. We have a lefty. I want you to watch the follow-through on the forehand. Ready? Look at that. Out to the top. Watch his opposite hand. Now, isn't that nice? Make him feel good. Give him a round of applause. Now watch, everybody. When you hit a shot, you have to be ready for the next shot. So what Peter's going to do now, I watch this forehand. Ready? No, pat yourself, man. Pat yourself. Stay there. Tell yourself how good you are. All right, now watch. Watch what we call the recovery step. Why? Because you'll have to get ready for the next ball. That's perfect. Give him a round of applause. Very nice. All right, next. Now watch his ground strokes. Very nice. Good recovery step. Get that left knee down to the ground. Beautiful. Let's send it back in. Early preparation. Now look at that right knee. It's almost touching the ground. Watch. Perfect. Give him a round of applause. Well done. All right, next. Now my boy here, he dreams of this being in front of everybody. Beautiful. Now look at that racket head speed. Perfect. And look how nice he smiles after he hits the ball.
Oh,
well
man.
Done. All right. Excellent. Next. All right. Both sides. Look at that nice one-handed backhand. Look how she shifts her weight. Now, the big thing you want to watch, when I worked with Tommy Haas for many years, if you take a look at his picture, what he'd do immediately, he turned his shoulder so that whatever stance you get caught in, turn the shoulder. Watch how quick she turns the shoulder. Excellent. Now that deserves a big round of applause, everybody. All right, next. All right, let's watch it. Big forehand. Nice backhand, but not as good as the girls. Good. Oh, all right. Very good. Now deep ball. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. Look what he did. He changed the tempo. Hit the ball high and deep. And when I was with Tommy on the road with Red, and Tommy was back here, we gave him a little signal. I know you're not supposed to coach, but we said a couple of words. So when you're back here, everybody, you want to buy time. If you hit the ball short, you lose the offense. Okay? So that's very, very, very important. All right, all my coaches over here, please. Swing your body, son. Okay. They're going to come across and they're going to hit the swinging volley. Backhand, bring it backhand. Perfect. Racket back, shoulders level. Left hand out, head still. Perfect. Turn. Perfect. Racket back. Perfect. Hand